GMB Pros, GMB Pros, welcome everyone. Those that are here on the live, Peter, Harry, administrator, looks like you're still trying to connect with the audio. Those that are catching the replay, I appreciate everyone. Again, with GMB Pros, William and I's goal is twofold. One is to help you grow your agency, or two is to help get better results for your clients. And we do this by bringing on guests and talking about a different subject, giving you over the shoulder examples on how we can do this. So today's guest, I am super excited. We've had him on before. If you guys have not seen the previous GMB Pros with Saravanan, you should definitely watch. You should definitely take a look at it. Like I was telling Saravanan, he's one of the few people that I know that I never hear anything negative about. Harry's here. Riz is another, good example. Like, no, and there's other people, women, guys and girls.
Yeah, please tell everybody what Harry was saying about Saravanan.
Yeah, really, I have not heard anything bad coming from your camp, from your people, your clan. And that is awesome, and that's a very rare quality, right? It's a very rare thing to have. Let's see here. Okay, the replays, you can catch those, Peter, on the GMB Pros in the library or on the YouTube. Definitely, for sure, I would catch it there. So Saravanan, he's one of these guys that, that I love, that I respect, in the sense that he teaches because he's in the trenches. Like, he's doing it, he's showing you what is working. And time again, I hear great wins. I hear people have tried this program, people have tried that program, and they join Saravanan's group and they're like, wow. And this is like time and time again. So I'm not really saying this, guys, because he's here. This is why I reached out to him again. It's like, man, another win and another win and another win. He always comes with value. He always comes with what's working. Great ideas. So I would, that's why I wanted to have him on again. That way you can get to meet him, get to meet his people, and we'll share at the end too where you can follow him, where you can, how you can become part of his clan, and kind of like what he's doing. So Saravanan, for those that don't know you, for those that, who is this guy? Who is Alfred talking about, man? This guy sounds too good to be true. Can you kind of give us like where you've been, where you're at right now, and then kind of like in the future, what's going on, if you can take us, in the journey in those two.
Oh, thank you, Alfredo. I appreciate the good words. Thank you, Harry. Also, I appreciate the good words. I try to stay away from drama. In the SEO world, you could get sucked into all kinds of drama and all that. I try to stay away from that. I'll give a quick background of where I was, where I am, and I was just talking to Harry, not only where we are going, but where Google's going, because we play Google's game. And as Google changes the rules, we have to change our rules, right? But long story short, I was working as an engineer. So I have a bachelor's and a master's degree in computer engineering, University of Michigan, technical nerd, if you will. I was working in General Motors, the car company. And then I was in the workforce about 10 years. And then by then I was like done. I'm like, I can't do this for another 30, 40 years till I retire. And so that time I just started Googling, how to make money, how to make passive income, how to retire, this and that. And you may have heard of Bob Proctor. Some of you may have heard of Bob Proctor. I listen to him. I still read his books and all that. And I got an email from him. I was in his email list, and he sent an email promoting an SEO course, right? At that time, I did not know it was an SEO course, and that email was very good copy because it said, here is an underground group of people making $50,000 to $100,000 a month working part-time. I was like, wow, right? I'm making this full-time a year and they're making this a month. Like, what is it, right? So I went on a webinar. Long story short, it was a webinar and they were selling SEO course, $8,000 SEO course. Yes, the
What was that? I'm sorry. Is that a job killing?
No, that was OMG Machines. This
Oh,
was
yeah. I remember that.
Yes, yes. Which I still, and I'm in job killing, I'm in so many, you name a course and I still buy these courses because you can learn something or the other. Edmund says, are you into local SEO and GMB? Yes, sir. Right. But I still think OMG Machines, at least I learned so much from them. After that, everything else that I went through is mostly the same thing regurgitated, right? But I was working as an engineer, bachelor's and master's degree. I always tell this, right? I have an ebook that details my journey and the ranking process, and I give a paragraph like my parents were proud. My mom always says my son is a General Motors. They gave me a company car, company phone, company computer. You know how it is, right? My wife was happy. I was making money. My friends were, they looked at me with respect because I was pretty established. But I was not very happy to get up every day and go sit in a cubicle. That was where I was. And so long story short, I joined this SEO course. I started looking into how can I make some money and all that. And I started making money in SEO. It's been a 10-year journey now. I left my job, been full-time in SEO and rank and rent for more than 6 years now, almost 7 years. And what is crazy is right now, I went into client SEO. I don't know how many of you know that. I had a lot of clients. I was working in my job, and I was making like almost $15,000 a month outside of my job with client SEO still in my job. And then I was burnt out because we had a full-time job and I had all these clients. And then I started looking into, wait a minute, if I want to become good at something, I want to be good at something which will make me passive income. That's what I wanted to do. I knew I could put my heart into anything and become better at it. But I wanted to, if I'm going to do something like that, it had to be passive income, right? And that's how I went into rank and rent. And so long story short, then I went into rank and rent, and right now I have a pretty decent portfolio of rank and rent sites, rank and rent clients. Then I wrote an ebook in 2017 or 18, if I'm not wrong, that somehow went viral. I still get people getting into the ebook, and then I put up a free Facebook group. It's got about 8,800 people now. The local SEO accelerator. It's a free Facebook group with a ton of information over there. I have people who message me every single day, basically saying that ebook and that free Facebook group has taught them more than so many paid courses and all that. But anyway, so that's what I am. So right now I have a course, I have a coaching program, but I think one of the reasons, Alfredo, you said you haven't heard anything a lot negative from me and only good things is because, I may be wrong, 80 to 90% of my income is through rank and rent and client SEO. Only 10, maybe 15% is through selling my course, right? Most of the SEO gurus is the other way around. They make decent money selling their course. I'm not the best marketer when it comes to selling my course. I should probably learn that. That's a different story. But once you understand the recurring income nature of rank and rent, it's like for rank and rent, you do the work once. If you do it right, the money comes month after month, right? Selling a course, yeah, you are helping people, but you sell them, they pay you $1,000 course, and then I have to teach them every day, right, every week, right? So rank and rent is a lot more passive income, right? So right now, that's where I am. What my future I'm seeing is definitely still scale rank and rent a lot more. After the last year's Google update with Google GMB verifications and reviews getting tougher, we've reverse engineered that. I always pride myself, I'm a technical nerd, reverse engineer anytime there's a Google update. I have quite a few of these SEO gurus who I do white label for. If I tell the names, you will know them, right? There's one guy who I do the rankings, and he actually showcases as a case study in his course, and he makes money, and I'm happy he pays me, and I'm in the background. But what I'm saying is we now have morphed into what's called a growth partner. It's still rank and rent, but with a little bit of a twist, and we can make a little bit more money, significant money from one client than if it's just rank and rent. So that's where I am, right? So if that makes sense, that's my background and where I am now.
Guys, I hope you kind of paid attention to that as far as what Saravanan was saying. Pay attention to that, guys. He's in the trenches. He has rank and rent. I remember there's a client of ours, Nick. He's in diamonds, and we were talking one time, and he says, Alfred, if all these people were so great, why don't they have their own property? So he challenged me. He's like, man, set your own stuff up, rank it, right? And drink your own Kool-Aid, and you would be great. And that's exactly what Saravanan has done, right? He has a lot of rank and rent. He ranks them, right? And he goes out and does that. And that's his income, SEO clients and rank and rent. So for those that say, Saravanan, that rank and rent is dead, what do you say to them?
That's a great question. I've been hearing rank and rent is dead from 2014 when I got in, right? It's end of the day, here is what I'll tell you. And I'm not just telling this, I'm telling this based on my experience, right? I'm big time in the trenches. I'm in so many of the SEO groups. I have almost 9,000 people in my free Facebook group, 500 plus in my paid course. There's so many, like, when you deal with a lot of people in the SEO industry, from William Jones to all these different people, right? Dan Klein to Greg Morrison and all these names, Nick Wood, right? And you can see all the things that are working, that are not working, that people are seeing, that where it's going and all that. I'll tell you one thing, Google is always changing its rules. We are playing Google's game. When I got started, I was just telling Harry, when I got started, it was the 7-pack. You may know that, Alfredo, right? It was 7-pack, not even 3-pack, right? And then it became 3-pack, and everybody said rank and rent is dead, right? Then local, the LSA ads came out, and everybody said it's dead. Right now, last year was the biggest algorithm update in a long time, with Google verifications going from postcards to video verification, and they said, forget it, right? But every time they were saying that, we were able to reverse engineer. Right now, we have a video verification method where people in my own course, I'm showing them, and there are people in Colombia, South America, verifying GMBs in USA, people in Pakistan, India, Australia, verifying in UK, people in Netherlands, verifying in Australia. It's crazy, right? And the reviews are not sticking. I'll give you a tip right here. I don't know if you may have seen it or not. If you buy reviews from vendors, it's not sticking. But I tested it out. Harry, you may know, I don't know if you've seen this. If I have a GMB in Michigan, yes, a local review will probably stick longer, but I'm also seeing a US-based review, a review from any of the Gmail account in Dallas or anywhere in the US, that's also sticking. I don't know if you guys are seeing that, right? So I can go basic and start on the foundation of overview of rank and rent, or we can go in depth in GMBs and reviews and what's ranking and what's renting, and as these are. But to your question, is rank and rent dead? I want people to think it's dead, so the competition is less for me.
That's right. That's right.
It's literally crazy. Like, yes, I have this weekly coaching class in my group, Alfredo, every Thursday. So yesterday I was telling them, yesterday morning, I talked to a company, nationwide company, it's 40 states, and they're like, we want leads. How many can you send? Right? And they know GMBs, they know ads, they're doing everything, right? And I was looking there in that niche. I don't want to give away the niche, but in that niche, in most of the 40 states, in even the bigger cities, the reviews are 0 to 5 reviews. right? There are niches like that. And if you're okay with that, Alfredo, later now, I'm going to give a niche right now, later on, where, like Harry was saying, Google guaranteed lead ads is not there. In fact, Google ads is not there. And you can just dive into that and put up GMBs and make money.
Absolutely. Great answer. Great answer. Love it. So, I think it's kind of like your background photo, right? It's all about mindset, all about
Yes, they always say that,
mindset.
yes.
100%.
You
Yeah.
can see that, yes.
So I love that. Love that. So, Saravanan, why don't we like jump right into this? Like, what is the low-hanging niches for rank and rent site where somebody that's just starting off or somebody that's, already established, where they can make $600 to $1,000 a month? I think it would make an impact,
Absolutely.
600, 1,000, then rinse and repeat,
Let's repeat. Yep.
you know?
We have so many people. I'm going to share my screen, Alfredo. I won't go through all the slides. I want to share a couple of slides, right? Because whether you are new or even if you're a veteran, right? Who wants to, like, you may be like Harry, he knows SEO, he's in every group, right? But I'm sure if Harry is walking down the street and he sees $600 on the ground, he will pick it up. He's not going to say, oh, I'm making enough money with SEO or limousine, right? He will pick it up, right? That's how I see rank and rate. It's such a low-hanging fruit. You can literally, I have 13 employees in the Philippines, right? I literally, at least 2 of them in the last 6 months, I've given this process to them. And I said, you do all that work, right, in this niche, in how to find a low-hanging fruit and all that. Apart from your salary, I'm going to pay you 10%, right? And they're excited because that takes away all my time. I can focus on the other things, right? I'm going to share my screen. Let's go into that. Let me know if you can see this.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm not going to go through everything. Don't worry, this is just me. I had put these slides together for a webinar I did in my Facebook group, but this is something I read somewhere. I loved it. Like, we live in an age, everything is automated. I don't know if you saw that video that was trending about this new GPT-4 where teachers are losing jobs because that GPT-4 thing is teaching a student by asking him questions. What do you think of this? Think again. Is almost like a teacher. Like, there are these robots that are cooking and taking away cooking jobs. It's crazy out there. Everything is automated. But the $1 million question is your income automated? And that's why I love rank and rent. This is a screenshot, Alfredo, from 2015. Okay, these are my checks. Okay, look at that, 2017. You see that?
Yep.
Okay, these are rank and rent. This $400 rank and rent guy, he's still paying me $400 a month rank and rent. This $150 guy, he's a towing client. I sold that site a few years ago, right? Most of these are rank and rent. I think the 750 is a client, but everything else is a rank and rent. Okay, it's from 2017 and I'm making that money, okay, month after month. So I don't want to go into detail on all this, but here is what I want you guys to understand. Okay, these are just screenshots from different, we have a mastermind, kind of a higher end, more advanced. And this is one of the coaching calls where everybody, like, there were like what, 12 people here, including me. 6 of them in that week closed clients and made money. Okay, because if you learn the low-hanging fruit that I'm going to show you, it is crazy. Okay, Ayman says, I'm based in India. I want to acquire high-paying clients in the US. Oh my God. I can show you, there are so many people from India, Pakistan. There's a guy from Pakistan. He's verifying GMBs and sending leads and making money in the US. Okay, so this is literally, if you know your why, and I don't want to go into this, but this is something I always start with. I want to spend 1 minute on this slide before going into the low-hanging fruit. A lot of people come and say, okay, I'm new. I want to make 10,000 a month, 20,000 a month, whatever, which is great. But what I do is, if you're brand new, I talk about something called a freedom number. What's the least amount of money you need to be making to cover your living expenses. So this is a snapshot of my living expense, my mortgage, my car payment, my utility bill, all of that, right? I put that when I was in my day job, I put all this up. This is from my 8 years ago when I was in my day job. My goal was to have a rank and rent site cover each of this. So if you're brand new, take your lowest bill, like maybe this phone bill at $80 or $70, right? And you see this Jeff Tree, that one tree website rank and run client, his name is Jeff. He pays me about $1,000 a month that takes care of all these bills. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Right? This was a car payment. 2 years ago, I bought a Cadillac. My car payment was $497, $500 a month. Live on the call, on the coaching call, I said, I'm going to buy a car. I don't want to put it from, make the payments from my own money. I want to create a rank and rent asset. I cold called 3 or 4 mobile mechanics. I found one guy who's ready to pay, and over time, in the next 3-4 months, he's been paying this $500 a month. So when you know to do this, is literally your bills are covered. I'm at a point now, Alfredo, right? Touch wood, and I know a lot of you guys are, right? Like my parents, I am originally from Sri Lanka. I got relatives in Sri Lanka. My parents live in Australia, right? I am going in July to Sri Lanka, and it's a 24-hour flight. Detroit to New York, 2 hours. New York to Dubai is 15 hours, and then Dubai to Sri Lanka is 4 hours. If you've ever sat on an economy class seat in a 15-hour flight, you know how bad it is. In my 20s and maybe 30s, I was able to do. Now I'm in my early 40s, I cannot sit 15 hours in an economy seat, right? Economy flight ticket from US to Sri Lanka is $2,000. A business class ticket is $6,000. It's me, my wife, 2 kids, $24,000. Anytime I have this trip planned, I was planning a trip in summer last year, December timeframe. So I know I have 7 months to make that 25 grand. So then I can reverse engineer and say, okay, if I put up 4 websites, rank and rent sites, each paying me $1,000 a month, right? 1,000 times 7 is 2,800. Does it make sense? I put up 4 websites. It takes me 7 months of that payment. I got my business class tickets covered. Right? So that's how I think about it. As a matter of fact, William Jones invited me to the World of Search, to speak in the World of Search SEO conference in Philippines in September. One of the things I'm doing, Alfredo, I'm documenting, okay, I got invited to speak there May someday. And my topic is rank and rent. And I'm documenting how I'm finding a brand new rank and rent client, putting up a website, and that's going to pay for my trip to Philippines. How's that?
Beautiful. Yep.
Right? So all I'm saying is, if you're brand new, start with $50, $80, $100, $200 rank and rent sites. Start slow. I'm going to show that to you. Then you can go however high you want to go, right? I don't want to go into all of this. You guys know all of this, right? One thing I want you to understand, I did not learn this in school, is that the key to becoming wealthy is to create assets that produce cash flow, right? That's the name of the game, creating asset. Your company can be an asset, real estate. I call it digital real estate, right? So now let's jump into digital real estate. I don't want to go over everything. Some of you may know Victoria, right? She came to me during COVID and said, I'm brand new to SEO. Can I make money? Right now, she's speaking on SEO conferences, right? All I'm saying is the opportunity is there. Okay, I don't want to go a lot into it. Let's jump into it. Here's the difference between real estate, digital real estate. If you want to make $200 to $300 a month, positive cash flow, okay, cash flow of $100 a month through real estate. After you pay the mortgage, you buy a property for $100,000, you put deposit of down payment $20K and all that, right? You can make $100 to $200 a month from your investment properties. That's what everybody is doing, real estate, asset-based income, right? Build an asset. I go digital real estate. I don't have $20,000 sitting around or $100,000 sitting around to buy a house. Even if I do, I can buy one, I can buy two. I cannot scale that. I cannot do 50 of those this year. But with digital real estate, I can absolutely do. Buy a $12 domain. My investment is $200 to $500 one time. I'm going to show it to you right now. And then I'm going to find the tenant, put them in, and then they're going to be paying me $300 to $500 a month. Maybe your cost to maintain them is $50 a month, right? You rinse and repeat this, it adds up quick. That's what I'm going to show you. Alvaro, is this too basic? Is it okay? Do you want me to go advanced? What do you think?
No, no, no. I'm picking up what you're putting down. I'm
That's
picking
a
up what you're
great
putting
thing.
down.
No, continue, please.
Awesome.
Lot of new guys are here.
Okay, awesome. I love that. Love that, right? So that's what I'm talking about, right? Here is Peter says, awesome, thank you, right? So there's 32 million small businesses in the USA, and you can do this in any country. I'm just speaking USA, I'm based in Michigan, right? There's so many in Australia, UK, in US, there's so many businesses, right? Rank and rent is simply, you are putting up a website, your own website, and maybe a Google property, Google listing, we'll talk about that. You're doing the work to optimize it, content, on-page optimization, off-page optimization, and ranking it in the top of Google for the keywords. So if somebody is searching for it, they find that they call the number on your website, but that number is not your phone number. It's a call tracking number. It's called a call forwarding number. You forward it to a real business, and then you rent that website, or you have them pay for leads. That's what is rank and rent, right? This was the first website I started. This tree removal Ann Arbor. Ann Arbor is a small city. I'm going to go into how to find these low-hanging fruits, right? It's a small city of 100,000 population, right? Population. You see that when I did population, these are all searches I've been doing recently, guys. It's crazy. Okay, that's all I keep doing. Population of Ann Arbor. Okay, 119,000 now. When I started, it was 100,000 population, right? Tree service Ann Arbor, tree removal Ann Arbor. Okay, 170 people a month searching for tree removal service. Okay, so out of 170 people a month searching for this, if I can rank my website and forget 170 people, I'm only able to send them seven customers a month. Only 7 customers who land on my website, who find my website. These are customers actively searching for tree removal. Otherwise, why would they search for tree removal? Right? My 12-year-old daughter, when she goes to Google, she's not searching tree removal in that city. She's searching Taylor Swift. She's doing whatever, right? So if somebody is searching for tree removal, plumber, painter, right? That means they're looking to hire that contractor, right? So only 7 of these I sent to a real tree company, and they only make $400 average. That means that month I generated $2,800 of new revenue for the tree company. Make sense?
Yes.
Okay. Tree removal job cost. The average tree removal can be $750. Anywhere from 200 to 2,000. I'm in the tree niche. I'll tell you, I had one job where they said you got to cut down 3 big trees, and they got paid $7,000, right? But let's just say you're only sending them small. You sent them 7 customers. They only paid 400 each. Customers only paid 400 to them. That's $2,800. If you're sending them $2,800, do you think they'll be happy to pay you 10% every month if you're helping them make $3,000? Now, if you go $1,200 at 10 customers, that's so much more. Do you see the math? Right? So all we're doing is we're putting up our website, getting into the top, we're capturing these prime customers, we're renting it out to a tree, to painter, to contractors. I'm going to show you right now. This is on 2018. One of my tree sites from 2018 call volume 0, 5, 10, 15. At the peak, you see that almost 20 calls a day. right? Another of my like 10 calls a day, easy 10 call average. You see that?
Yes.
If any company, whether it's a tree company or a lawyer or anything, right? If you send any small business owner 10 customers a day, I'll tell you this, I'm sure Alfredo knows. If you send him 10 customers a day, any business, that business owner will treat you better than he treats his wife. Simple as that, right? I've had business owners send me wine bottles and gift cards for Christmas. You know how it is. Because the bill they're paying me is the bill that pays the other bills. They understand that, right? So what do we really do? Okay, 3 steps, guys. 3 steps if you're brand new. We can get into detail. Number 1, find a service-based business. Why are we finding a service-based business? What's a service-based business? Anything where the contractor will come to your house, will go to the customer's house to make money. I mean, to do the job, right? Like if you do dentist in Indianapolis, that's not a service-based business. Can you put up a rank and rent website for dentists? Sure, you can. But let's say Harry here is going to Google and be searching for a dentist in Los Angeles because he wants to go to a dentist. Even if he finds your rank and rent GMB or your website, he's going to first call and say, hey, how far away are you from my house? Do you accept the insurance that I have? He's going to ask 100 questions before he makes a decision. But if Harry has a bathroom leak and he needs a plumber, he doesn't care if the plumber is located close to his house or far away. He's going to find the top guy here and say, hey, plumber, my bathroom is leaking. How soon can you come and give me an estimate? That's why we want to go after service-based businesses. Make sense? Right? So number 1, we go to service-based business. Where do you go? You go to the website called homeadvisor.com. Why homeadvisor.com? Because that's the website where all these businesses, industries are paying for leads. The second place you go is you find a city that's at least 100,000, 150,000 population. Okay, you can go Google it. I just have this Wikipedia page open, right? Now, I can put up in Los Angeles or Chicago, 2.7 million population, right? If I go plumber in Los Angeles, look at that, 5,000 searches a month, right? That means if I can put up a rank and rent site for plumber in LA, I can send him a ton of calls, 10, 20, 30 calls a day. He can probably, if all goes well, you can easily rent this website for $10,000 a month. But keep in mind, it's very competitive. You're going to be putting a lot of your time, 8 to 12 months to rank this. You're going to be putting a lot of your resources, 8,000, 12,000, a lot more to put up the content, the backlinks, the reviews to rank it, right? And even though you can make a lot of money, it's going to take you a long time. And then who knows what's going to happen after 8 months, right? After you build up the GMB, if it goes away, what do you do? What I do is I stick to these 100 to 200 population cities because it's so much easier to rank them without a lot of competition. At the same time, there's search volume. If I go below 100,000, like 60,000, 80,000 population city, you can rank them fast, but there's not enough call volume to be able to rent it out. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So I'm driving, my sweet spot is 100 to 150,000, somewhere there. And then I go find a niche where nobody is in. I don't want to go after the plumber. Every SEO and his mother-in-law is behind the plumber, the HVAC guy, right? I just go search over here and say, brick and stone. Okay, I can try that. Painting, let me try that. And then it's, concrete, I'll try that. Okay, foundation, basement, waterproofing. Wow. And then it's combination permutation. I say, okay, basement waterproofing. That's not very common. I would just go to a city here and say, okay, Abilene, Texas, never heard of that city. Let me go and search for basement waterproofing, Abilene, Texas, right? And see what comes up, okay? There's a 3-pack coming up, and if it's less than 30 reviews, it's low hanging, just out of experience, right? Now, this is a a plugin I have, keywords everywhere. It's not the most accurate. It says 0 search volume. But in a city of 100 to 150,000 population, you can be pretty sure that you will get at least a couple of calls, right? So basement waterproofing job cost, right? What's the average cost? 2,000 to 6,000 bucks, sometimes 5,000. So if you only put up a website and a GMB, and you only get one call this month, the whole of this month, right? But that contractor, that company made 3,000 bucks. He will be happy to give you 10%. Does that make sense? I open one of the top guys who are ranking, who's ranking there, right? And I want to see how many pages does he have indexed. One page. You see that? I just picked it out random. You understand what I'm saying? So niches like that, right? So now I have a niche, basement waterproofing. I'll go and try different cities. Maybe let's go a little bit higher, okay? I don't know, Joliet, Illinois. Never heard of that. Okay, let me try if that's got some search volume. Joliet, Illinois. Okay, let's see what comes. Look, ads coming up. Oh wow, look, 10 searches a month. Right? Now I know there are people paying for ads, for leads. 38, 34, 52, not the lowest hanging, but look, the top guy doesn't even have a GMB, a website of the GMB. So it's just a matter of searching, now I have this city, I'm going to try, okay, when I do concrete, look what comes up, concrete repair, concrete patio. I'm just going to go concrete repair. Okay, 38, 44, let's find something else, concrete. So I was doing some searches the other day in one of my coaching calls. I found this, look at this, no website, 9 reviews, 1 review. You see that? Brockton, Massachusetts population, 100,000. Concrete contractor job can easily be a $3,000 job. Does that make sense?
100%.
So that's how I just go about it, guys. Okay, now I say, okay, concrete contractor is big, and at least that city in Brockton is very low hanging. Can I go and find out any other city in the same niche? You want to pick a niche, Alfredo, in 150, 140,000? Pick a city. What city?
Let's do Lakewood, Colorado.
Where's that?
169. Yep.
Okay, let's see that, right? Lakewood, Colorado. Not the lowest hanging because I just go by the most number of reviews, right? So then I would just keep going and find something else, right? Olate, like cities like this where you never heard of them, like most of the SEO guys, they are in Chicago, New York, LA, Dallas. They are behind the plumber, HVAC guy, dentist, lawyer. I leave those to the big guy. I leave those to Harry. Let him make the big bucks. I'm happy with the 500 to 600 bucks a month, right? And I would just go, I don't know, Olate, right? I don't even know if that's Ola, okay, or whatever, how do we call that, okay? Again, not the lowest hanging fruit, but it's got some over here, right? But now look, foundation repair is coming up here. So maybe foundation repair, let me try that. This is not, okay, where is it? Even this is, okay, so Olato, we want to leave out Olato, right? Let's go something smaller. Midland, Texas, Orange, California. It's just a matter of combination. Midland, Texas. You see that? 1115. No website. 70 cents a month. Foundation repair job. Cost. Oh my God, 3,000, 4,000 bucks. You see that? And there's people running ads. So that's all I do. Then you know what I do? I leave you with this. These guys are running ads, right? I just call one of these guys. Like this guy, he has got 2 reviews. I don't want to call the big guy with a lot of reviews. That means he's got systems, he's got salespeople. He may already doing a lot of things to do reads. I want to go for the smaller guy, GJ Concrete. I don't want to call this phone number because this could be a Google guaranteed lead ads number. So I say Midland and see if I can find his real website. He doesn't even have a website. He only has all of, you see that? He has a Facebook page. He doesn't have a website. He's paying for ads. 4320434. Is that the same number? Okay, the same number. Okay. Do you want me to make a live call and show you how I make a call?
Let's do it.
Let's land a client right now. I'm not saying we land a client, but I want to make a conversation. Here is what I say. Hello. Hi, yeah. Do you guys do foundation repair in the Midland area?
Is it residential or commercial?
Residential.
Right now, we're only working on commercial.
Only doing commercial, is it? Okay. What's your name, ma'am? Adi?
Yes.
Hi, Adi. My name is Ganesh. I have an interesting situation. I'm not a foundation repair company or anything, but I have a website about foundation repair. And I get calls from either residences or sometimes even small businesses, commercial, looking for these services. They somehow find my website and they call me. I'm just looking for a company where I can send those calls to and somebody can service them. Can you take on more jobs right now?
Okay, we really don't focus on foundation repairs. We mainly do, new builds, sidewalks, slabs.
Concrete work, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, I get a lot more concrete than foundation. I just saw you were running ads for foundation repair. That's why I thought so. But you can take concrete jobs the same.
Yeah, correct.
Okay, if I get next time I get somebody call me, can I just have them call this number, call you?
Yes, that's fine.
Okay, let me do one thing. What's your email? I'll send you some information about me, and I got a couple of these customers when they call. I'll send them to you. Can I have an email?
J,
Mm-hmm.
G,
Mm-hmm.
concrete,
Okay.
E, IUC,
Okay.
S,
Uh-huh.
S as in Sam, B as in boy, C as in cat, global, GLOBAL.net.
sbcglobal.net.
Yes,
And your name is ABI Abby, is that right?
yes.
Okay. One last question. I can send you quite a few of these every week, especially in the summer now, and the calls kind of increase. Long term, not right away, but if I can consistently send you these customers and you make money, do you think we can work out something?
We would have to discuss with the owner. I am not in charge of any financial decisions.
Okay. That's perfectly fine. Don't worry about it. Yeah, I was just curious because I get about 2 to 4 calls a week or so in the Midland and suburbs. Let me send you some customers. Why don't you make some money? If it makes sense, we'll do something long term. If not, and I can always send these to some other contractor. That's all.
Okay, that'll work.
Awesome. I'll send you an email and then we'll go from there, Eddie. Okay?
Okay, sounds good.
Thank you. Yep. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
So that's it. So they're open for concrete jobs. You see that? Right? They are running ads for foundation repair, but they don't do, that's how messed up ads is, right? These small businesses have no idea what they're doing. They're coming up for foundation repair. Did you see that? I'm searching for foundation repair, foundation installation, foundation raising, foundation, everything. But they say, we don't do foundation, we do concrete, right? Oh my God, right? It's so crazy. And Google is charging them for that, okay? Now, I can put up a GMB and a website. I don't even have to put up all these reviews. You know what missing over here in all of these top guys? None of them they don't have a website. This top guy has a website. Let's open him up. Okay. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pages. The other 2 guys don't even have websites. They have less than 10 reviews. So if I put up a GMB and a website that is more than 5, 6 pages, I do, they said sidewalk, you see that? So I do sidewalk repair, right? Stuff like that. Okay, look at that. You see that? Okay. I'm going to get some calls in the Midland area. And if they are in Midland, that's 100,000 population, but also suburbs of Midland, right? if they are in Midland and they get a job or a call from Greenwood, which is like 10, 15 minutes away, they would definitely go there. So I could put location praise and all that. I can literally send them at least 10 to 20 calls a month. But let's say I only send them 5 jobs this month and they make $2,000 per job. That's 10 grand. They'll be happy to make that money because they know I own that asset. I'm sending the calls. If they're not going to work out something with me, I'm going to find somebody else. Simple as that. Literally, somebody watching this today, there's Peter, there's Ravi, there's Richard, can take this, you have the replay, call Abby on the email, send them an email and say, this is Ganesh, I spoke to you, or, this is Peter, I'm Ganesh's partner. You put up a GMB, take this customer. I don't even want this client. There's so much potential out there. It's crazy, Alfredo. That's where it is.
Man, this is so awesome, guys. Talk about over the shoulder example, right? And that's kind of like William and I, his ultimate goal. Guys, today's goal was low-hanging niches to put up a rank and rent site and make $600 to $1,000. I hope you guys can see that we delivered that. We put a bow on it, everything, right? We did a live call, so love it. So just to recap real quick, pick a niche, and that niche has to be in the home services because they want a quick call, right? And then home advisor can guide you in what niche. Don't overthink it. Simple. Pick a niche, right? Population, work your numbers, right? Take a look at the population, 100, 150K in that area. Take a look at reviews. Take a look at the search volume per month. Kind of use your noggin, look at the landscape. Peter loved this. Awesome. Take a look at the landscape, right? Do they have a website? If they do, how big is their website? Site : and their website. Saravanan showed us exactly how he does it. Do the math. What's the cost? Literally, he put the niche, right? Concrete. He put population in front of that city. He put cost in front of the keyword. And he didn't go anywhere, right? Boom. And you figure he can get five calls a month. Not a problem, right? You want her, Abby's email, Abby's name, what kind of jobs they focus on. Oh, great. Simple, salesy, guys, and this is what I love. For those of you that don't follow Saravanan, and at the end, I'll tell you where you can go follow him. Not only does he tell you how to get this, but this is only the beginning. Oh, but Saravanan, what's our next hurdles? How to get the GMB? Check. We'll show you how to do that. Okay, Saravanan, how to do the website? Check. How do we can do that? I know a guy, William Jones. He can do 80% of that for you. Just polish it up. Yeah. Or Saravanan can give you those leads. What else is there? Man, I'm not a salesperson. What do I say? I promise you guys, as much as I've heard from Saravanan's group, he even tells you what to say. He even tells you that email. There's a whole list of what to say in that email. So what else is there? GMB website, how to pick a niche, what to say when you call these people. So again, Saravanan is doing it, guys. You can obviously tell in his browser history and that phone call that he's doing it. And here's another thing that I love. He showed us he's just like us. Just like you and me. We have bills, we have card payments, we have trips. Saravanan has kids, has a wife, has a mother-in-law. Just like us, guys. And the only difference, I promise you, the only difference between us and Saravanan or Saravanan's plan and following is one thing. Actually, two things. If you listen, I hope you're picking up what Saravanan putting down. One, he stays connected. He involves in different groups. What's working, right? He knows his lane. He just wants to make that lane smoother, brighter, faster. Polish your lane. Number two is he's actually taking action. Taking action. That's the only difference. Guys, believe me, what he showed us now, like he said, and in his Facebook group, is better than what you paid. I know a girl that comes to mind right now was in a particular group paying every day, went to Saravaman's group, and it's a girl, right? Not that to say if you're a girl watching this replay, but like all the stereotypical stuff, right? English as a second language. We have different countries. I'm a girl. I'm not a guy. I'm not aggressive. I'm not shy. Whatever all the stereotypical stuff is, that's the only difference. It's taking action, stay plugged in, polish your stuff, and that's what Saravanan, can give you as far as in the group. And this is not a salesman, nothing at all. Believe me. Take a look at his free stuff, and this is just the beginning of it, right? There's so many things that being creative, oh gosh, polishing how to be a salesmanship. I think recently he showed his group how to make Grant Cardone, you name the top salespeople that you can, Saravanan will show you how to put them in your car and role play. With the very first thing Saravanan started was with automation. Not that hard. So I appreciate you, Saravanan. I thank you for this.
Thank you.
Any question, guys? Oh man, there's like 6 comments in here. Okay, let me catch up. Sorry, guys. Let me bring that up real quick. Let's see, make sure we cover. I am Saravanan. Oops, what happened to my chat? Ravik, why do my notes keep going away? What's going on? Chat. Learn new things. It's okay. There's another testimonial. Every time you're in that group, stay plugged in. You're gonna learn something. Absolutely. Can you tell us how we outsource? If I want to in the Philippines, anything Sarah's team. Okay, so how do we claim? So here's a couple of things, right? Can you speak on the outsourcing a little bit, Saravanan? Peter's asking, can you tell us how we outsource if you want somebody in the Philippines, do you offer fulfillment? That's another thing, right? The whole, okay, I got them, now what? Like the fulfillment part.
So if you want to outsource it to a different company, that's something else. But if you want to hire your own employees, virtual assistants, you can go to Philippines. I go to onlinejobs.ph and you can hire them. But keep in mind, unless you do the work, right? Only then can you train somebody, because you won't know. Like in my example, I had a lot of these, this BS for technical, and I would always hire salespeople and they would not close it. And I've never done sales. Last year I jumped into, okay, I'm going to do cold calling. I failed flat, and then I kind of made this script that I had. I made a call that works for my personality. And now I have hired a cold caller and I've trained her in this script, right? Same way, if you want to do on page or keyword research or finding a low hanging fruit, you do it, put it in like paper, like a standard operating procedure, like 5-6 bullet points. Then you can hire in onlinejobs.ph, $4 an hour, $5 an hour in the Philippines. And then you can train them and then have them run your business. But if you can do at least, like I just started with 1 or 2 or 3 websites initially, do everything from A to Z, everything from backlinking to keywords, only I know that, only then I can have people in my team do it. Otherwise, I won't know if they're doing a good job or not, right? So
100%. Yep, 100%. So maybe take the first project, Peter, do it yourself, like Saravanan saying, and then, okay, I kind of have an idea. Or like, let's say you can order, William has this crazy website specials, right, for $50, right? These site maps, structure. So for less than $100, I literally right now three things I'm ordering, because I'm kind of doing what Saravaman's doing. I'm trying to show the process of going through William Jones with the onboarding form, like like, what does that look like? You know, I ordered social media, I ordered a website, and I ordered the site structure, right? What does those results look like? What does the onboarding look like? Okay, once we get that, how can we make this better, right? Like the keyword research, NLP, entities, variations of the keyword, right? And then how can we structure and polish what we have? And then somebody was asking, I think Peter too, you know, Saravanan has that solution as well, how to claim GMBs. You go through it once, you hire a VA, right? And if you already in that part of your journey, don't make the mistake, guys, that you have to do, because I'm learning this as we speak. Right now, it's probably going to be about 9 different websites, 9 different niches. I had my VA learn William's platform. Okay, I want you to order this. This is what the onboarding looks like. Alfred, I don't understand the onboarding. Okay, let's go through it. Bam, bam, bam. Worry about this. Don't worry about that. Ah, okay, got it. 9 different sites from somebody that doesn't know anything, right? So if you're in that part of the journey, don't forget to leverage it, because it happened to me. Like, oh, I need to order this. I need to order this. I need to order this. Like, wait a minute. I have some VAs that can do this for me. Like, why? Why am I stressing? Right? I'd rather be talking to Saravanan and building the relationship and building the friendship. I'd rather be talking to Peter and Harry and Richard and building these relationships with Paul, right? Leverage depending where you're at with your, in this journey. And I'm going to document this stuff just like Saravanan is. So just ask for discount code. Peter, sign up for Saravanan's so he's asking for Harry's poking the bear and getting Peter to ask for a
Discount code is
discount.
Harry.
That's right. That's 100%. So guys, way worth it, right? Whatever it is, literally, he just showed us how to get that investment back. Now, Saravanan, I'm sorry, man. I just got super excited, and I wanted to make sure people picked up what you were putting down as far as your site. So before I forget, as we end this call here, let me make sure, guys, GMB Pros, those are catching the replay. I get excited because, like I said, there's somebody that's doing it. He showed us now. He gave us this tip. So make sure we show him the love. And I want to make sure you guys follow. Let's see here. There's his YouTube channel. Make sure we reach out to Saravanan, follow him, show him some love on the YouTube channel. And also, this is his Facebook. His beautiful family.
I'll give you my link in the chat. Where's chat? For the Facebook group. It's a free Facebook group if you want that.
Awesome. Yeah, absolutely.
Where's the chat? How do I put it in chat? Chat. Okay, I'll put it in the chat so you can click on that if you want.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So there you have it there as well in the chat, guys. The group, the free group. And then like again, guys, have you guys heard like what I get in your free group is more, and you'll learn more than what I will do in the others paid groups. If you want to see like, man, that's BS, I've heard that people if you want to experience that, besides GMB Pros Live, get on Saravanan's group and you will realize that statement. You will realize that statement. So, Saravanan, any other spot that you want us to show some love?
I'm good. I just one last thing. I promised Harry I'll give him a reveal a niche where Google doesn't allow anyone to run ads. Can you guys see my screen? I'll show you one niche industry, which is bail bonds. Right? You can never find ads for bail bonds. Right? So that means you can literally put rank and rent and send leads to. Like wherever there's a jail, and every state has a jail, put bail bonds, literally. I think Houston has one of the biggest jails or prisons or something. So 12,000 a month.
Oof.
There's no ads. Google stopped ads long ago for the bail bond industry. So that means they can't run ads, but they all have money to spend. So
Of course.
go for that.
They can run the most criminal city in United States and run an ad there.
Yeah.
So with that being said, Saravanan, I want to ask this of you. You gave us a lot of great value. But one thing, what is a fun fact about Saravanan that nobody knows?
Okay. It doesn't have to be SEO, right?
No, just a fun fact.
I think some people in my mastermind know this, but from COVID, when COVID hit, I started doing a little bit of day trading, like stock trading, day trading. And I've been doing that every single day, 1 hour a day, every single day. And I've become pretty good at it. It was like I lost a lot of money in the first 2-3 years. And then the last year onwards, I've become more consistent. I was making $10 a day profit, $20 a day. Now it's like $100 to $200 a day profit, right? So again, that goes to, just like SEO, I want to kind of grow that skill also because, hey, why not?
Awesome. That's definitely different, right? Fun fact. So I appreciate you, Saravanan. Like always, it's super fun. Guys, I showed you Saravan's page, YouTube. He put here in the group as well, his free group. Reach out to him, let him know that, hey, I heard you on GMB Pros and Alfredo. So look for us towards the end of the year. Saravanan doesn't know this, but I know he towards the end of the year, he runs the special. So hopefully we will have him back on here sometime at the end of the year, and we'll get more specials out to you of value. Guys, with that said, much love, much success, and we'll see you on the next one.
Thank you, Alfredo. Thank you, everyone.
Thank
See
you.
later,
Thank you.
everyone.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Thank you.
guys. Bye-bye.